Alright guys, we are going to do the same thing that we did yesterday, so this is a review. Same concept, we're going to be finding equivalent fractions, we're going to use pictures, number lines, and numbers, and we're going to be dividing. You're going to be making the numbers smaller in the fractions, we're going to be getting rid of lines in shapes and in number lines, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at number 1 on your classwork side and get started. First thing, find the original fraction, which I'll just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 12. So we're starting with 10/12. You got to think about what can I divide both of these by. And I think I can divide them both by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. So let's see if I can make 5/6 in this shape. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's shade in 5 of them. Let me try and get the same 5 so I can get it to look the same. Okay, our shape looks the same except it has fewer divisions, fewer partitions. Let's see if we can do the same thing here. I'm going to put my point in the same place, but I want that point to equal 5/6 this time. So I'll go ahead and bring that point down. I know I want this to be 5/6. So if that's going to be 5/6, I'm going to have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's label. Oh, sorry. Counting by ones here. Let me fix this real quick. 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, and 6/6. Let's make sure that matches up here. So this is going to be 0/12, 2/12, 4, 6, 8, 10/12, and 12/12. Okay, so the thing we're looking for every time is 10/12 is equal to 5/6. 10/12 is equal to 5/6. And 10/12 is equal to 5/6. Okay, pause any part of that you need, go back and rewind. If not, let's look at number 2. Okay, first thing, what's the original fraction? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 out of 6. 4/6. Let's see what we can divide these by. I know they're both even, so I can divide them both by 2. Let's see if there's anything else. I know 4 can be divided by 4 and 1, but I can't divide 6 by 4, so we're going to stick with 2. 2 on top and bottom, so 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay, so I want this to equal 2/3 when I remake the shape. So I'm thinking about what lines I can get rid of. I know I can't get rid of this one because it separates the shaded from the unshaded. So maybe I can get rid of this horizontal line instead, which means keep my vertical lines and shade in 1 2/3. Okay, looks about the same. We're just missing that horizontal line. Let's do the same thing up here. I'm going to go ahead and label. We're starting out with 6ths. 0/6, 2, 4/6, and 6/6. Okay, let's see if I can get these to match. I want my point to equal 2/3, so I know this point right here, that's what I want to equal 2/3, so let's get it to match. So it's going to be 0/3, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. Let's label. 0/3, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. So every time, 4/6 is equal to 2/3, 4/6 is equal to 2/3, and 4/6 is equal to 2/3. Okay, go ahead and check anything that you need. All right, if you're good, we'll go ahead and look at the next problem, number 3. Okay, first thing always, see what your original fraction is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. Let's use that out of 7, 8, 9, 10. 6/10. Okay, think about what we can divide by here. Looks like they're both even, so we can divide by 2. 6 can also be divided by 3, but 10 can't be divided by 3, so we'll stick with 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I want to see if I can make this equal to 3/5. All right. So first thing, we got to make fifths. Okay. And we're going to shade in 3 of them. Hopefully, same 3 over here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now onto the number line. First thing, let's label the original. It's going to be 6/10 is our point. So we'll go ahead and start labeling tenths. Okay, and I want my point on the other number line to match it, to be in the same place to show that it's an equivalent fraction, and I want it to equal 3/5. So this point right here, that's going to be 3/5. So let's fill in the others. That's going to be 4/5, 5, 4, 3, 2/5, 1/5, and 0/5. So we'll label. Okay, yeah, and that worked out. Ending at 1 whole, starting at 0/5. My points lined up. Okay, again, check. 6/10 equal to 3/5. 6/10 equal to 3/5. And 6/10 equal to 3/5. Pause, go back, do whatever you need. If you're ready, let's look at the last one. All right, first thing, what fraction is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3/9. Okay. Now think about what I can divide those both by. Well, I know they're not even, so I know we're not using 2 this time. Let's think of the factors of 3. 3 times 1, and that's about it. So I'm either dividing by 1 or dividing by 3. If I divide by 1, I'm going to get the same thing again. So let's see what 3 does. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay, so we think 3/9 is equal to 1/3. Let's see if we can make this equal 1/3 over here. Remember, I'm going to keep these lines because if I don't keep these, then the shaded part will go mash into the unshaded part, and I want to keep these separated. I want to keep those divided, okay? Because otherwise, it's not going to be a correct fraction. I can get rid of the vertical lines, though, because they're not separating the shaded from the unshaded. And we'll go ahead and color in my center section. All right, does that look like 1/3? Okay, so we got to do the same thing over here. Let's go ahead and label. Now we know our point's going to be 3/9, so that means we're at 0/9. And I'll skip by 3s. 4, 5, 6/9, 7, 8, 9/9. Okay. Now on my new number line, that's going to have fewer tick marks. It's going to have smaller numbers. It's going to be in thirds, and I want my point to be on 1/3. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3. 0/3, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. Here goes my point on 1/3. Okay, so I just showed you real quick. 3/9 is equal to 1/3. 3/9 is equal to 1/3. And 3/9 again is equal to 1/3. All right, try the same thing on your homework. The back side is homework. If you need to double check, you can watch this video later. You should have access to it. And hopefully we should be good. Check back if you need some help.